Get in shape, 5 simple steps. So you may want to grab a pen and paper. I'm going to lay out some simple steps for you. I'm going to talk about how you can get in shape. If you're watching this, if you're catching this near the live today, or actually it's December 31st, 2024, we're crossing into a new year. And if you're looking at ways to get in shape, I'm going to share with you everything I can that will get you started on that journey. So that's why I suggest perhaps have a pen and paper. If you're working out or driving, consider just taking it all in. If you're interested in learning ways to get in shape. So the first thing I recommend is to set clear, specific goals. Without a plan of action where we're going to go, how are you going to get there? If you're trying to build a house and you don't have a blueprint, how are you going to know what to build? When it comes to your health and fitness, your fitness goals, I encourage you to have a clear, specific goal. So we're going to do a little exercise right now. Right. So if you could wave a realistic magic wand, and you can have your body, your health, your energy, any kind of way you want it to be over the next, between now and this time next year. You could have your health, your body, your energy, your vitality, any kind of way you wanted it to be this time next year, December 31st, 2025. What is that for you? And I encourage you to be clear and specific. For example, like a body weight and a body fat percent, that is a very clear and specific. I use myself as an example. I was recently just measured at my doctor's at about 180 pounds at 11% body fat. Now, with that in mind, my goal now is to be at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. That's my goal, right? So that's clear and specific. What is your goal? Please make it clear and specific. It can be a clothes size. It can be however you relate to. I just encourage you to make sure that it's clear and that it's specific. Now, once you have it, I encourage you to write it down. If you're working out or driving right now, just listen and memorize that goal. And then I want to encourage you to set this affirmation / prayer up. And here it goes. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then you fill in the blank. That's the setup. That's the affirmation / prayer. I am happy and grateful now that I am, and then you fill in the blank. That's your goal. So for me, how I would say this, and how I do say this every morning as I'm driving up to the studio, if you were looking in on the side mirror, if you were in a car looking in, you might think, what, that person's being crazy looking. But I say, I am happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat, feeling strong and healthy like a supple leopard. Right? I say it with feeling, with power, with prayer, with expectation. And when you say it like that, when you say your goal like that, in your present tense, I am happy and grateful now that I am your goal. When you say that with feeling, when you say it with purpose, with affirmation, when you say it with prayer and meaning, you're internalizing it in the moment. And I really want to get this across. The affirmation broken down. I'm happy and grateful now. I am happy and grateful. Gratefulness is if you know anything about vibrations and emotions and feelings, gratefulness is, from what I understand, as one of the highest vibrational energies on our earth. I am happy and grateful. I am happy and grateful. So that's the thing, is that we're saying, I am happy and grateful now that I am. Does that make sense? I am currently at this moment in time. I'm on my way to my goal. I'm about 185 pounds, maybe roughly 10% body fat. My goal, though, is that I'm happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds. So I have 5 more pounds to go while staying under 10% body fat, right? That's my goal. But the power of this affirmation / prayer is that when I say it every day, I'm saying I am happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. I'm putting myself in the feeling that I am 190 pounds, that I am at least below 10% body fat. I'm feeling it in the moment. Although in reality, I'm 185 pounds. But I'm working on that. The things that starts in our mind, I feel like, and then we have to back it up with action. Now, we can't just say affirmations and pray and don't take action. We must take action. It's a big part of the journey. It doesn't work without the action. But I encourage you to have a clear, specific goal so we know where we're going, where you know where you're going, where I know where I'm going, where we know where we're going. The goal is very, very important. Please consider locking in a good goal for yourself. And then set up the affirmation, I am happy and grateful now that I am. Then you fill in the blank. Now, once you have that, here's your 5 simple steps that's going to get you to your best fitness life ever if you'll just embrace these fundamentals. You know, I'll tell you, and then I'll tell you a story. It's training, exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. I had a mentor that he once said that in any major area of life, there are really only about a half a dozen things that, if done correctly, really matters. You know, whether it's fitness, finance, spirituality, family. There's really about a half a dozen core fundamental areas that if we follow those principles, we'll be successful in that area. With fitness, I feel like there are really about 5 things that if you'll just follow and take action on the fundamentals of these 5 things, I feel you will achieve success. And that's being on a good exercise program, eating healthy best you can. You don't have to be perfect, but at least 80% or better. Getting about 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. Supplementing intelligently. And working on your mindset. Those are the 5 things. Now I'm going to break them down just a little bit. If you have any questions, let me know. These vlogs, whatever you want to call them, they're designed to where you can call in, you can write in a question. So if you have any questions, whether it's now or on the replay, I'm happy to address it. So you can also call in. I'd love to do a live question sometime. If anyone wants to call in, my number's in the description of the video. So let's break down one thing at a time. Training. I feel like our exercise programs will be best if it's a combination of strength training and cardiovascular training. Now, usually in the fitness realm, a lot of people love cardio and hate weights, or they hate weights and love cardio. I'm learning to love both equally. Although I have been more on the weights side, but I'm bringing up the more cardio now to balance it out. There's a lot of benefits to having a strong cardio. So anyway, so we have a balanced mix is what we're going for. Strength training and cardio, right? Now imagine for a moment that we have a twin-engine airplane that we're flying along, right? Now imagine we have 2 engines, right? Twin engine. Now, imagine we only have one engine now working on the airplane. Say it's strength, muscle and strength. Well, that's not going to be as good, right? As if we have both engines going on the airplane. That's what I encourage you to have, is both engines going. I encourage you to have some sort of cardiovascular regimen and some sort of, and then also some sort of strength regimen, right? So I encourage, now you can be 3 and 3, 3 of each a week, 4 of each a week, 5 of each a week, but those are usually the ranges, 3 to 5 times a week of each, depending on your goal, your ambition, your time. So that's training right now. When it comes to the strength training, I feel like there are basically 5 basic principles of training: proper form, variety, intensity, proper training principles, and consistency. First, when it comes to proper form, why is proper form so important? If you haven't guessed it already, it's basically so that we don't get hurt, which that's very important. And then so also that we're exercising the muscles effectively, being efficient with our time. That's proper form. Number 2 is variety. Why couldn't we just do one routine and stick with it the whole year, 2025? Why we want to change it up from time and time again? I feel 2 big reasons. Mentally, we get bored. I don't like doing the same routine over and over again. 4 weeks is enough for me usually. And our bodies adapt. That's the thing too, is our bodies adapt to what our stresses that we get put on it during the week. If you're doing some kind of cardio that you've been used to doing a lot of and you're not making progress, maybe your body's getting used to that. So maybe switch it up, do a different kind, somehow make it different. But our bodies do adapt. So variety is very important. So we mentally stay mentally focused. And then also our bodies, we don't reach plateaus, or we burst through plateaus with no problem. And you know what I mean by plateaus, right? Get stuck. You could try to get to the next level and you just can't get past the next level. It's a plateau. And to break those plateaus, we mix up the routine, switch it up, do things differently. And a lot of times you can break past that plateau. Nutrition. Imagine for a moment that we're trying to build a beautiful 2-story house from scratch. Now imagine that we only have half the materials necessary to build the house. How far are we going to get? Only about halfway, right? The foods that we all eat on a daily basis are like the supplies that goes towards building our bodies. As I'm building towards my 190 pounds plus at least below 10% body fat, the foods that I eat every day is what's going to accumulate to that body. And the same for you, whether you're trying to lose weight or build muscle, trying to burn fat, the foods that we eat is going to affect that goal a lot. And I encourage you to go with primarily a whole food, plant-based diet. About 50% of our diet, I feel, should be fruits and vegetables, and the other 50% whole grains and proteins like legumes, lentils, nuts, and seeds. And if you're interested in doing a little bit deeper dive into nutrition, have you yet seen The Game Changers? That's a great documentary. It's on Netflix and on YouTube, right? So you can catch them there. The Game Changers. It really represents well the whole food plant-based diet. I would call it vegan, but vegan's not a diet. Vegan is a lifestyle. Whole food plant-based diet is a food choice. And vegan is also whole food plant-based, but it is more about care for the animal rights and not harming the animals. But a whole food plant-based diet is a diet, right? Vegan is not a diet. It is a lifestyle, a belief, right? So that's nutrition. Now, the types of food that we eat is very important. Imagine for a moment that we're trying to build a fire in the fireplace, and we get the fire going, right? Now, once we get it going, would you rather have stacks of paper, pieces of paper to burn consistently all day long for your fireplace? Or would you rather have blocks of oak wood? If you had to pick, not including kindling and getting the fire started, but I'm saying burning over the course of the day, would you rather have paper or blocks of oak wood? Well, I hope you pick the oak wood. The paper is going to burn fast and it's not going to last very long. Yeah, it might help us get the fire started, but it's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the lastingness of this food, right? But the oak wood, think about the oak wood. It's going to burn slow and long over a period of time of the day, right? Some foods burn more like the paper, and some foods burn more like the oak wood. I encourage you to have the ones that's more like oak wood. And I should by now have a list of these foods on my website, but I don't, but I'm happy to send them to you. If you want to text me the word food list, I'm happy to send it to you via text. So that's nutrition. Let's look at recovery. Over the last several years, I've had the honor of training 3 different neurologists, one a neuroradiologist, and they know a lot about brain health and sleep studies and that sort of thing. They have all 3 said their studies show our bodies do best long-term with 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. Now, I've heard shorter times myself, 6 hours and such. Everybody's different and such. But they all agree that, and I feel strongly too, I'm going to go with that bar as my standard, 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. That's my standard of sleep. Doesn't mean you have to choose to do that, but I'm choosing to accept that science is good, and and I do personally, and you do you, but personally, I do feel more recovered when I'm in that 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night. I feel it's just better long term, so I encourage you to consider that. Go from there, and then supplementation. There are basically, I feel, 2 basic types of supplementation: nutritional supplements and enhancement performance supplements. Nutritional supplements is like a shake, and I love them. I probably have 2 every day. I probably had 2 every day since I was 14 years old, 40 years. I just love the way they taste. You can make them like a strawberry, blueberry, chocolate, if you're in the mood for chocolate, or chocolate peanut butter banana. It's all kind of stuff. There's lots of ways to make delicious smoothies, and it's a great way to get in nutrition. So that's nutritional supplements. Then there are enhancement performance supplements like creatine monohydrate. That helps to increase muscle performance. That makes sense? So that goes in the enhancement performance category, right? So 2 basic categories, right, in supplements. Last but not least is the mindset. So just to kind of summarize, we have exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, mindset. The last but not least is the mindset. Imagine for a moment that we're trying to build a beautiful hotel building. We're trying to build it from the ground up. And you know those big, the machines, big cranes, and you got the box and the person pulls the levers inside the box. Well, I feel like that is how our mindset is. Your mind, my mind, is like the person in the box controlling our body, right? So our mind, that's the thing though. Your mind, my mind, we tell our body what to do, not the other way around. I tell my body, hey, I'm going to do 5 days a week of cardio. I'm going to do 5 days a week of strength. I'm going to do an hour 3 times a week of personal physical therapy for my leg, for rehab. That's what I'm going to do. My mind tells my body that's what we're doing. And when it comes time to do it, I just do it. There's no question, am I going to do it today or not going to do it today? It's a mindset. So I encourage you, create your program, whatever it is, your training program, get your nutrition organized. Know the night before what you're going to eat the next day. Have it at least planned out. Think ahead, right? Decide your exercise program, decide your nutrition, and just follow through. If you say you're going to exercise 3 days a week, just do it. Take action. Walk it out. Even if it's not as pretty as you'd like it to be. Maybe you just walk around the block and come home and do 20 push-ups, 5 at a time or 1 at a time because you can't do many push-ups. That's getting it started. That's getting the ball rolling. Doing whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Walk it out. You taking action, us taking action on our fitness program. That's the most important thing. So I encourage you, start it off in the mind though. See, when your mind is so strong, you're going to take action on that exercise program because there's no question. I'm walking this out. I am happy and grateful now that I am 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat, feeling strong and healthy like a supple leopard, thick brown hair, 20/20 vision, perfect teeth, supple skin. See, I'm saying those things because those are things that are my goals. And I say this every day in gratefulness. And then I'm taking action to achieve it. And that's what I want you to consider doing. Walk it out. Training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, mindset. Walk it out. Walk it out. Now I know some of these things, these principles are simple, but I know they're not easy. And that's why there's coaches. In my town, I do one-on-one personal training. But most of you watching this do not live in my city. I've developed a very exciting part of my training program called virtual fitness training. I have a high value, low cost, low time needed to assist you to be successful in your journey. To find out more about this offer, please message me the word consult to my phone number 520-400-9573. And then if you just want other free resources, you can go to my website, fit.fitness. It takes you to my main website, weightlosssolutionsatwork.com, and I have a 7-day free email series and a 21-day free email series. The difference between the two, the 7-day free email series is text. So you just get the email, you read it. The 21-day email series are video-based. You get the email, you click the YouTube video, and it's the lesson, about a 10, 15-minute lesson. So it's there for your taking, all right? Appreciate your time and your energy, and let's let 2025 be your year. Your body is what's going to carry you the rest of your life, so I encourage you to take care of it. Get in shape with these 5 simple steps. proper training, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, mindset, and then reach out for help. I'm a fitness nut. So if you need help and you're curious, reach out to me. I'd love to connect with you. Be blessed, and remember that health is wealth. See you next time. And last, my goal is to come at you every Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 1:30 Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be blessed.